is getting to 450 light worth it? If you do the Grandmaster Delve, you'll know that the final boss will aim train you for all the time you're going to spend in PvP.
Open it.
Dobby?
Master has given Dobby a sock.
What?
Dobby is free.
Now, I just got to 450, I think about 2 or 3 days ago. I used the Zavala a lot throughout the journey from fucking 10 to 450, which is an insane climb, by the way. No one's talking about 10 to 450, but 10 to 450 is disgusting. No one should have to grind that much for power in a video game. But I digress. In the background, you can see here is all the times I've played PvP. Right now I'm playing Trials of Osiris to round out my tier 5s for the Trials gear. It came to my head, right, that I had this thought. If people are complaining, if only like 5,000 people, maybe it's like 7 to 10 now, 10,000 people have gotten to 450, who is getting the tier 5s? Only 1,000 people get to grind for tier 5s? So in my head, they're gonna re-release these weapons in a later season in which, you know, I won't have to grind for them, I guess. Tier still matters, the tiering system still matters. You see, if I get a B+, I'll get like two items, but if I do really well in PvP and get a bunch of kills, will get like 4 or 5 drops. It still depends, really highly dependent on your ranking, your personal ranking, how you did the match. If you lose and you did poorly, you're gonna get like 1 or 2 drops. But if you lose and you did well, you're still gonna get 1 or 2 drops. If you have to win and do well to get like 5 or 6 drops, you know, that big splash screen. I spent, let's say, no, I don't even have to say, you can fact check this. You can fucking fact check this. I spent like 200 hours in PvE. Why the fuck do I have to go to PvP? Oh my god. It's like how many times, it's like I'm talking into the void at this point. They did release a TWID, which was very nice. They addressed the class identity, which I don't even care about. When they actually release it into the game, then we'll talk, right? You can talk future, this and that, whatever, this, that, and the third, whatever, bro. When you actually put it into the game, then I'll review it. I'm not gonna talk about if and buts and maybes, you know, like fuck that shit. So circling back to leveling up quickly, you just want to really use new gear, and you want to push for A+ as much as you can, or A rather. And you can do that by setting up your card for B+, and then just finishing this fucking thing really fast. It'll automatically boost you to A. But once you get to 450, I will warn you, it is still 5%. You still have to get a prime in PvE to get your tier 5, which, I don't know, does that sound retarded to anyone else? Because that sounds hella retarded to me, and I may be retarded, so it's not that retarded, but you're like, what the fuck are we doing? Why did I spend 200 hours in PvE to go kill myself in PvP? Like, what are we doing? And imagine the people who leveled up purely on PvP. They can't even switch up the game. They have to stick to PvP. For them, it's probably a more better onboarding process, right? Because one game you're going from getting tier 3s, tier 2s. Next game, boom, tier 5s. You're like, oh, fuck yeah, I did that shit. For me, yeah, I'm still seeing tier 4s in my PvE runs. You don't even need you don't even need power in PvP. Like, why the fuck is the system this way? Bro, and I've googled it. Like, I'm in the ecosystem of information for Destiny, right? It's not like I'm some fucking random. I've been playing this game for hella long. Why the fuck is it like this? I always get caught up. I get really passionate. I'm really passionate about Destiny, though. It comes off as me complaining and bitching and moaning, but I promise it's for the betterment of Destiny, right? It's not like I said, it's not like I'm some random. I play this game a lot, right? And it's just a shame to me that they think it's okay. Like, do they not have a quality assurance person? Maybe a tester in the game who's just like, hey, you know, that sounds kind of crazy. making the players 200 hours in the mines, and then just forcing them into PvP, where they arguably have to use more of their brain because you have to, you have to think of yourself in relation to other people and other people's moves, which is obviously a higher skill ceiling than just shooting bots. But in a perfect world, of course, there are obviously cheaters in both PvE and PvP, which tip the scales, which make it somewhat not so as control groupy as you may think. I know I'm answering this a bit later in the video, but if it wasn't already blatantly obvious what my answer to the question is, no, it's not worth it. It's I don't I could tell from Power 10 it wasn't gonna be worth it. From what I was hearing from these channels, these information channels, that like no, it's not worth it getting to 450. Not at all. Absolutely not. Go outside, go hug your family. Go do something else. Go play a different game, bro. Do not touch Destiny 2. And the Steam numbers are really reflecting that right now. If you have a tier 4 or even a tier 3, I will say tier 4. If you're in the range of 400, right? You're consistently seeing tier 4s. I would say tier 4 is perfectly fine to stop. If you're at like 410, 415, yeah, it's fine, bro. You're good. If you have a god roll tier 4, that's just as good as the tier 5. A tier 5 is, I mean, yeah, it's nice. It's a flex, quote unquote. It's a flex in the game, because it shows it's basically a staple of your hard work and effort, right? But you just get a special camo, and your origin bonus is masterworked. So. And there is no masterwork in the game right now that'll like make or break your run in a situation. That, to my knowledge, most of the effects from the tier 4 to tier 5 are pretty similar, if not negligible. So I wouldn't even stress about it. Like I wouldn't even stress about going for tier 5s. You still have a chance to get a lucky tier 5 if you're around 400. Will it be a god roll? Will it not be? That's just RNG. It's still RNG at fucking 450 is my point. So you're never gonna escape the RNG, You're not really quote unquote free from the mines. The mines, you're just in a better looking mine. And you can see here I got a tier 5 unwavering focus. Not quite the god roll I'm looking for, so I'm gonna have to run it back, you know what I mean? There's nothing. There's no like special screen, your character doesn't change, there's no glow to show that you're 450 in game. It's just your weapons, and someone at 400 could have those same exact weapons, if not better, if they have better luck. 5% in PvE sounds fucking retarded. We should definitely fire the guy who you should fire the guy who suggested that, by the way. He should not have a job. You should put me there, bro. Fuck it.
Brothers. 2319! We have a 2319!
But yeah, you don't really get much at 450. It's not even worth it. Never will be worth it if this is the system going forward. So I felt pretty comfortable making this video, saying for certain that it's not worth it to get to max light in Destiny 2 in its current form at all. Like the most you're getting at tier 5 from tier 4 is 2 extra perks and a masterworked origin trait, which is nice. It's nice, you have the flexibility of the perks, but you're not gonna do more damage. You're not gonna take less damage. It's gonna be as if you're level 10, but just pimped out. You're gonna have shiny weapons. And yeah, I don't know. Slowly and slowly, I'm not seeing a point in playing Destiny 2. This game is pretty trash. If you're still having fun with it, good for you. But if you're like me, and you're kind of wavering a little, just quit. Just quit, bro. It's not worth it. At this point, it's like an addiction with no high. Like you're not even getting high. You're not even getting the thing that you're chasing. You know what I mean? The PvE drops should definitely be upwards of 50%. You're fucking tweaking having it at 5%, bro. I should or should not get a prime at the end of every solo fire team pinnacle op, no matter what I do PvE, right? You're fucking retarded if you think otherwise. I am 450. I am the cap. If that number means I can get better loot, Why is it still up for debate? Why is it still a question? Why is it still up to RNGesus to give me fucking tier 5s, right? Like, let's stop and think about it for a second. I'm sure it's not gonna stay this way because this game is stupid if it does, and I would be embarrassed to say I play Destiny 2, right? Like, I would genuinely, as a human being, you would never see my face again. But yeah, if you're like 440, definitely try to get to 450, so you can farm out your tier 5s, as I'm doing right now. But if you're in the lower 400s, don't, bro. It's not worth it. It's not at all worth it. It never will be worth it. But yeah, that's about it for today.